Hello, everyone. We are Group 4, and in our world, heat tells a story of 2023, the hottest year on record. The scorching drought and its consequences, the destruction of nature, the effects of extinction, the congestion in the air, we have witnessed the evidence of a planet in peril. This is not just data, it's a call to action, it's a call for change. Together in this presentation, let's learn about the pressing issue at hand and work together towards safeguarding our environment and our world.
While we are struggling with the disasters caused in 2023, this new year we are faced with a new challenge: the repercussions of what could happen because of these drastic changes in temperature, and how nature responds.
Denise will inform us about climate change and its impacts on human health. Maribel will educate us on the impacts on wildlife. Sahej will do a deep dive on the notable events of the year. Getz will tell us what we can do and our future impacts. Up first is Denise, climate change and the effects of human health.
Thank you, Christina. The impacts of climate change can include warmer temperatures, increases in the frequency or intensity of some extreme weather events. These threaten our health by affecting the food we eat, the water we drink, the air we breathe, and the weather we experience. The way high temperatures affect weather is, by example, lightning storms. Lightning storms happen when the hot sun hits the ground, and the air above it rises until it crashes with a layer of cold air. This creates atmospheric instability, which is a necessary component for a thunderstorm. And as the warm air continues to rise, the clouds will grow bigger and bigger, reaching farther upward until the moisture turns to particles of ice that bounce off and create electrical charge that discharges bolts of lightning, creating the lightning storm. Climate change is also directly contributing to humanitarian emergencies from heat waves, wildfires, floods, tropical storms, lightning storms, as we mentioned, and hurricanes, and these are increasing in scale, frequency, and intensity. The health effects of climate change. These can include respiratory and heart diseases, also pest-related diseases like Lyme disease, which is caused by ticks. Since ticks like warm weather, these reproduce more and are more prone to transmit the Lyme disease. That is a bacterial infection caused by the bite of it. Also the West Nile virus, that is caused by mosquitoes, water and food-related illnesses like contaminated water shortage, mental health, etc. The death rate from extreme weather events in the last decade was 15 times higher than in less vulnerable ones. The IPCC, short for Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, concluded that climate risks are appearing faster and will become more severe sooner. And it will be harder to adapt with increased global heating. It reveals that 3.6 billion people already live in areas susceptible to climate change. This can lead to death. This from the diseases we already mentioned, from heat stress, heat waves, undernutrition, etc. Between 2030 and 2050, climate change is expected to cause approximately 250,000 additional deaths per year from undernutrition, malaria, diarrhea, and heat stress alone. The direct damage caused to health is estimated to be between $2 to $4 billion per year by 2030. These by crop shortages, water shortages, electrical stress, etc. And now Maribel will be going through climate change impacts on wildlife.
Thank you, Denise. Over the past few decades, California has lost a lot of its trees, including its famous redwood trees. Wildfires have taken their toll, with 12 of the state's largest wildfires and 13 of the most destructive occurring within the last 5 years. The avian flu has affected polar bears, foxes, a black and brown bear. Seals are a common food source for polar bears, but as their temperature heats 4 times faster than the rest of the globe, the sea ice they require to hunt seals is quickly vanishing. Polar bears without any ice on which to forage have resorted to land-based food sources, such as trash from northern communities and birds affected with the avian influenza, causing the polar bears to die. World's freshwater fish species demonstrates that 25% are endangered and affects at least 17% of vulnerable species of freshwater fish, resulting in higher sea levels, pushing saltwater up rivers, decreasing water levels, and changing seasonal patterns. Animal migration is being impacted by extensive modifications to weather patterns and changing seasons as Earth continues to warm. Flamingos, elephants, deer, and a growing number of other species, including those that are not migratory, are shifting from their native habitats to ones that are colder and more comfortable. Since many species are migrating, the Mega SDM, a new computer modeling tool, has integrated this data to help give more precise mapping of animal movements and identification of species most at risk of extinction. Now Sahej will talk about notable events.
Thank you, Maribel. In 2023, we witnessed more than just blazing temperatures. It marked the first year where each day was over 1 degree Celsius hotter than pre-industrial times. But did the effects of escalating climate changes stop there? Well, no. Other notable record-breaking events unfolded. The atmosphere experienced a concerning surge in greenhouse gas levels, with carbon dioxide concentrations in 2023 rising by 2.4 parts per million and methane concentrations increasing by 11 parts per billion, setting new records. Our oceans, vital regulators of our climate, absorbed record-breaking heat in 2023. The upper 2000 meters experienced the highest temperature on record, significantly impacting marine ecosystems. Moving on, Canada witnessed record-breaking wildfires in 2023, contributing to a 30% global increase in carbon emissions from wildfires. Just imagine the heart-wrenching experience of losing your home, seeing your lovely home sweet home turning to piles of ash within seconds. Feels horrifying, right? This phenomenon not only poses an immediate threat but also aggravates the global climate crisis. Sea levels rose significantly in 2023, and concurrently, Antarctic sea ice reached a record low. These events are interconnected, emphasizing the intricate balance of our planet's climate systems. 2023 also experienced record-breaking extreme weather, from destructive floods to life-threatening droughts, along with numerous other natural calamities. Extreme weather events in 2023 caused widespread death and devastation. Scientists warn that unless decisive actions are taken, such events will become more frequent and intense, posing a grave threat to our communities. Now let's turn our attention to the future impacts of climate change with insights from Getz. Over to you, Getz.
Thank you, Sahej. On future impact, as time goes on, more greenhouse gas emissions will lead to more climate extremes and widespread damaging effects across our planet. In the US, sea level rises are likely to increase by 1 to 6.6 feet by 2101. Sea level could increase by as much as 2 meters in additional projections of future climates all over the US. This suggests that recent trends towards increased heavy precipitation events will continue. The Arctic Ocean will very likely become essentially ice-free in late summer if current projections hold. If heat-trapping gas emissions continue to grow at current rates, increase of a month or more in the length of the growing season are projected across most of the United States by the end of the century. The frost-free season could become more than 8 weeks longer than in parts of the United States. Conclusion: if we don't fundamentally change our habits, it will not only get worse. 2023 will not be notable because how hot it got, but rather how cold it used to be. This isn't something that can be done tomorrow. It needed to be done yesterday.